Look around you. In every coffee shop, on every bus, and in the quiet of a billion bedrooms, a silent war is being waged. It is not a war for land or gold, but for something far more precious. Your attention, we call it scrolling. It feels harmless, it feels like we are just staying informed or winding down. But in reality, it is a form of digital wandering. Seneca, the great Stoic statesman, warned us 2,000 years ago, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. When you spend 4 hours a day in the digital everywhere reacting to people you never met and events you cannot change, your soul becomes a ghost in its own life. You are physically present, but your mind is miles away, trapped in a circuit of outrage, envy, and distraction. This video is not a digital detox guide. It is an intervention. Today, we are going to use the tools of the ancient Stoics to build a digital firewall around your mind. We are going to move from being a digital serf to a digital sovereign, because if you cannot stop scrolling, you are not a free person. You are an asset owned by an algorithm. A few months ago, I had a realization that terrified me. I was standing in line for a coffee. It was a beautiful morning, the sun was hitting the storefront, the smell of roasted beans was in the air, and there was a person in front of me wearing a shirt with a quote I almost recognized. It was a moment of pure, vivid reality, and I missed all of it. Without even thinking, without a conscious decision, my hand had moved to my pocket. My thumb had found the familiar glass surface. Before I was even aware I was bored, I was 3 levels deep into a Twitter thread about a political argument happening 4,000 miles away. I felt a phantom vibration in my leg even when the phone wasn't there. I realized that my mind had been exported. I wasn't standing in a coffee shop in my own city. I was a ghost inhabiting a server in a data center. I went home and looked at my screen time. 6 hours. 6 hours of my one and only life spent staring at a glowing rectangle. That's 42 hours a week. That is a full-time job. I was paying a company with the only currency that truly matters, my time. And in return, I was getting digital burnout, that heavy, foggy feeling where you're tired but can't sleep, and you're connected to everyone but feel completely alone. I realized then that if Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus were alive today, they wouldn't see the smartphone as a tool. They would see it as a test of the soul. They would see it as the ultimate gladiator pit. I had to ask myself, am I the master of this device, or is it the master of me? If you've ever felt that phantom vibration, or if you've ever come to after an hour of scrolling and felt worse than when you started, this story isn't just mine, it's yours. Now, let's look at how we fight back. Let's look at the invisible chains. Defending yourself to defeat the algorithm, we must first understand how it hacks the human psyche. The Stoics had a word for the images and thoughts that pop into our heads, phantasia, or impressions. Epictetus taught that we cannot control what impressions enter our minds. You cannot control a notification popping up. You cannot control a thumbnail designed to trigger your anger. That is an external event. However, the Stoics believed there is a crucial step after the impression is sent. Assent is the moment you say, yes, this is important. Yes, I should be angry about this. Yes, I need to see what happens next. The algorithm, its entire goal, its mathematical purpose is to shrink the space between the impression and your assent to zero. It wants you to react before you can think. Every time you swipe or click, you are giving your assent to something you didn't choose. You are letting a line of code decide what is worthy of your limited life force. The first step to Stoic freedom is reclaiming that pause. It is looking at a trending topic and saying, you are just an impression. You are not the thing you represent. I do not grant you my attention. Lesson 1. The poverty of curiosity. There is a common lie we tell ourselves. I need to know what is happening in the world. But let's be honest. Does knowing what a celebrity said at 2 a.m. help you be a better father? Does seeing a 10-second clip of a political argument in a different country help you do your work with more excellence? Seneca once wrote to his friend Lucilius about the poverty of curiosity. He mocked those who spent their lives studying trivialities while their own character remained in ruins. He said, "What is the use of possessing countless books and libraries, whose titles their owner can hardly read through?" Today, that library is the internet. We are drowning in information but starving for wisdom. The Stoics practiced a form of selective ignorance. They didn't care about the breaking news of Rome unless it required their immediate, virtuous action. Think of it as the joy of missing out. When you intentionally miss out on the trivial, you finally have the space to attend to the eternal. Are you reading the news of today, which will be forgotten by Tuesday? Or are you reading the news of the human condition, which has been true for 3,000 years? Lesson R. Digital ascesis. Stoicism is not a philosophy of the armchair. It is a philosophy of the gymnasium. They called it ascesis training. If you want to be free from digital burnout, you must train your environment. First, consider the morning citadel. Marcus Aurelius did not wake up and ask for the latest reports from the Germanic frontier. He woke up and wrote to himself. He prepared his mind for the day. If the first thing you do is check your phone, you have surrendered your inner citadel before the sun has even risen. You have invited the entire world, the angry, the vain, and the loud into your bed. Second, we must practice digital asceticism. Musonius Rufus, the teacher of Epictetus, argued that luxury weakens the spirit. Our phones are designed to be luxury environments, vibrant colors, satisfying haptic clicks, instant gratification. Strip the luxury away. Turn your phone to grayscale, remove the painted jewelry from the apps. When your screen is gray and dull, you will find that you only use your phone for what is necessary. You turn a slot machine back into a tool. Finally, eliminate the infinite scroll. The Stoics worship the limit. Everything in nature has a limit, except the algorithm. By setting app limits, or, better yet, deleting the feed-based apps entirely, you reintroduce the end to your activities. A Stoic knows when enough is enough. Lesson 3. The view from above. Whenever you feel the itch of digital burnout, that feeling of being overwhelmed by the weight of the world, practice the view from above. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you are floating above your own body. See yourself sitting there, holding that small glowing rectangle. Now zoom out. See your house, your neighborhood, your city. Zoom out further until the earth is just a pale blue dot in the vast, silent theater of the cosmos. Now, zoom through time. See the rise and fall of empires. To see the billions of people who lived and died before the internet was even a dream. From this height, how important is that viral argument? How significant is the like count on your last post? In the grand timeline of the logos, the algorithm is a whisper in a hurricane. This exercise isn't meant to make you feel small. It's meant to make your problems feel manageable. It returns your perspective. You are a part of a vast, rational universe. Act like it. The conclusion, the sovereignty of the soul, the war for your attention will never end. The engineers in Silicon Valley will continue to get better at hacking your dopamine. The news will continue to get louder. The world will continue to be chaotic. But you have a choice. You can be a leaf blown by the wind of every notification, or you can be the rock that the waves break against. The Fortuna in our channel's name isn't about luck. It's about how you handle what luck brings you. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to a vow of digital sovereignty. No phone for the first hour of the day. No phone for the last hour of the night. Grayscale on. Notifications off. The algorithm knows your weaknesses, but it does not know your will. It can suggest a path, but it cannot make you walk it. Reclaim your time. Reclaim your mind. Stay focused. Stay stoic.